No left for self-made is where it's at, and that's a fact. Our impact will be felt, paid in full, everybody's stacked. Change the game our ways, you would think we abstract. Form my own opinion, do you think we point it on the act? Call a spade, game winner, minutes ball game. Never doubt us, a high quality remains the same. Always gotta work, build content, free by frame. Try to go the other side, but man, this is self-made. Self-made.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Welcome again, Self-Made YouTube channel. Welcome again to another edition of Destination Dynamite, the #1 AEW Dynamite review / post show in the game. The only ethical AEW Dynamite / post review in the game. I had to put the announcer voice on for y'all right quick, so y'all know what it is. It's me, live in the flesh. It's Marcus, and I'm joined this week by the lovely, the eccentric, the best in the game, Jana, ladies and gentlemen. Go on, clap it up for her. How you doing, girl?
Back. We are so back. We are so back. Happy New Year, everyone. Last week I wasn't here, and the last time y'all saw me, I sounded disgusting. I had that disgusting, filthy, atrocious, obnoxiously long, because it took me a long time to recover sinus infection, but we are back. We are back.
Yeah, we are. And you came back at a good damn time because we got a whole lot of stuff to discuss.
We do.
On the screen, off the screen, away from the screen, all that stuff, man. Last night was AEW Dynamite Maximum Carnage from Phoenix, Arizona. Hell of a show. A lot of stuff was a lot of productive stuff. Really good world title match. The first world title defense in MJF's reign. Kenny Omega graced my screen again. Hangman Page got to wrestle a little bit, did his thing. Tekla put belt to ass to Chris Statlander and all that stuff.
He did.
And some things happened off the screen, happened during the show. New people leaving, people coming in. We'll talk about it. But anyways, like the video. Subscribe to the Self-Made YouTube channel. Subscribe to the Self-Made Patreon and Discord. Oh, by the way, John, I got a question for you. How many dollars does it cost to get into the Self-Made Discord?
$5. That's a whole hand, honey. $5.
There you go.
Into
there you go, whole hand.
Uh,
Y'all heard it here first. Y'all go and subscribe there. Go to the $4 capo tier. The homies gaming over there. You know, got the watch alongs and everything. We moving over here on Self-Made. But anyway, again, got a whole lot to talk about. So please, I implore y'all, send super chats in. You know, leave comments, all that good stuff. Jana, do you want us to get into it right now and just spark it up, that conversation up, and talk about the whole the elephant in the room, if you will, the big powerhouse elephant in the room, if you will. So, great show last night, like I said, but one significant thing that did happen, a couple significant things happened in the world of professional wrestling, in the world of roster retention in AEW. So, Fightful reported during the show that Powerhouse Hobbs' contract expired at midnight last night. He is officially a free agent, and he is going to WWE most likely. So there's that. I know you hurt, Jana. I know it hurts.
I'm so hurt. I'm hurt. This is like, because Hobbs is someone who I saw being an AEW lifer, and this is not even like any tribalism type deal. I just genuinely, there's certain wrestlers I see being fed for life and then AEW lifers. I thought that he was one of them, but apparently not. Our baby is leaving. Our powerhouse baby is leaving. And I'm so sad because I feel like we finally see him find his footing after his injury. And he was having fun. And he was with Joe and Shibata. I'm not including that other freak. But
who's the other freak? Who that?
Tyler. We were seeing him find his footing, you know, like it was just him in the ops was just working. And, you know, personal stuff, maybe everybody's needs are different. You know, people do need to grow. Like, there have been many people who went from WWE to AEW who were like, whoa, who went from AEW to WWE that were like, whoa. So I wish him nothing but the best. I hope that they utilize him and not for a cheap social media moment, but actually utilize him because he's talented. And Any roster's lucky to have him, but I'm sad to see him no longer be in the dub. So,
Yeah, I
ah,
feel like that's the general consensus that I've seen like online because you know how it goes when it comes to people leaving, people coming in to different companies. People like there's that section of people that are like, oh well, they probably weren't that good no way. Good luck over there, blah blah blah. I'm actually like pretty happy we haven't really seen a whole lot of that, thankfully, because a lot of people understand that like he is a really talented guy and he's been someone that for a while has been more over than the push that they've gotten. It's like he hasn't gotten a push necessarily. Like he has been on TV constantly. Tony and a lot of the people that did genuinely believe in him. He's gotten real opportunities. There's also that part where he won the TNT Championship via QT Marshall. So you can't like be like, okay, well he did everything, blah blah blah. Like there were some elements where there were opportunities to push him a little further up or be a little more confident and comfortable with doing more things with him, and they just kind of didn't happen. There's also the injuries thing. I was there for when he wrestled Mox for the IWGP Championship, and he blew his knee out. That was so
no.
unfortunate. But he's battled through a lot. He's been used, even with guys coming in and out of the company over the years, like the Ospreys of the world and Andrade coming back for the second time and all that stuff, and just a whole lot of roster potential. He still was able to carve out a role for himself, and he was always someone that they really liked and they always respected and used. But there was a point where you kind of saw he reached the ceiling a little bit there.
Mhm.
And in this business, it's now or never. If you're not going to do it now, then it's just not going to happen for you. You be a fool to not explore your options, and you be a fool to not see what you can do somewhere else. It's like waiting in line for the new Jordans, right?
No,
You get a, it's like you get the Foot Locker, right? The Jordan
compare
threes is
us losing
available.
Hobbs to a Jordan drop.
Come on,
I know you did
you
not.
know where I'm going with this. Let me cook. Let me cook. It's like this. Like you in line for the Jordan threes. It's whipping around the whole mall. You feel like you're on the way to get them. And there's like 45, 50 people in front of you. And then by the time you get there, it may not be there no more. But there's somewhere else that has a lot quicker run time. That's selling the same product. That's selling the same dream that you could go to. So instead of waiting and waiting and waiting until you maybe get that spot, get them joins, just take a little pivot elsewhere to see what you can do. Now, knowing WWE sometimes it may or may not work, but that's just life. Take that chance. It is what it is. And no begrudging from anybody. No hard feelings anywhere. He left on great terms. He'll come
He
back
can
one day.
come back home, Hobbs. If you are listening on the off chance, you can always come back home.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's no
I'm
such.
just, I'm just kind of like, I don't like to get too involved in like I don't try to get too invested in what goes on behind the scenes because at the end of the day, like these people are making more than me, and it's a business that I'm just a fan of and have been since I was a little kid. But I'm like certain like when certain people leave, like even when I would watch The Fed a lot, I would just be like it's like oh, it's like ugh, that one sucks. Like he like to be honest, do I feel like we're gonna feel his absence? I feel like unless you're like a really big fan of him, you may not feel his absence. But I don't know. Again, he was just somebody who I was like, oh, he's always gonna be in AEW. But who knows? I just hope they don't give him a corny name. Like,
I just
what's
hope
the
he don't.
strong name?
I just hope he doesn't end up in a situation where he ends up being heater number 1,000 for somebody else that he's better than again. Like I hope he's not in a situation where he kind of just stays in the same spot he was before and he doesn't climb out of it. Like him doing stuff with Ops was cool, but like I didn't need Hook. Well, excuse me, that was a slur.
Ooh,
Tyler being the one to cost him a face championship. I saw that Falls Count Anywhere match with Hangman during Blood and Guts. That was better than the Joe matches to me. It genuinely was. There was a sense of danger, there was a sense of explosiveness that Samoa Joe, God bless him, I love him, just didn't quite have. If they're gonna do the whole like transitional champion reign, I would rather that just be Hobbs, so we can just be in a spot where okay, you have it, drop it, you can still be in that same situation, you can still chase for that belt at some point, and we can take you seriously in that position. I would have rather that instead of Joe doing it. But hey, these are the games we play.
Should have pushed him, because now he's gonna get a generic ass trap B AI generated Death Rebel theme. He's gonna have a whack name. They're gonna call him something like Strong Cletus or something.
Sean Cletus is crazy.
I'm gonna get irritated. I could already feel it, like all his aura. They're gonna put him in NXT, and it's just gonna be like he's gonna have I could see it now, and they're gonna have like a backstage segment. He bumps into somebody, Ricky Saints, and Ricky Saints gonna say something to Cordy like, "Oh, I didn't know you go
They're
here now."
so gonna do that. I'm gonna be so irritated. Please don't make him here for
Like,
Saints or whatever.
please, if anybody at WWE is listening, use him. He could be a good person to put in the slot that Big E was in, but utilize him. Learn something from this.
Yes, learn something from. I'm not gonna call it a fumble because it's not like they didn't do anything. It's just that there were opportunities that could have been more. It just wasn't. That's life. It is what it is. I wish we got more. Like, there are gripes to be had about, again, QTV. There's gripes to be had about him carrying a literal book of Hobbs. Like, there's gripes to be had about Tyler and the Ops. Like, there's gripes, and there are complaints to be had about it.
Anybody's contract, like, if I would have woke up and saw that news about anybody, like, if it would have been Hook, I would have been like, oh my God, joyous day. Like, we have risen. But no, like, it's Hobbs, bro. Like, oh, I'm so
Willie and Dickie. Yo, I swear to God, if I see some
I would
generic
get so
shit
irritated
like this,
if I saw that.
I will tweak. I will genuinely tweak.
I could already feel the corniness that's gonna come from this, and I'm just gonna get irritated, bro.
Yeah. Again, man, this is a real eventful day in professional wrestling. A lot of stuff happens, so get your super chats in. We're gonna be on this topic for a while. So, and speaking of which, Chi-Town Spurs, $5.
AKA the fee to get into the Patreon.
There you go. Good product placement. Marcus, I just want to tell you congratulations on all your success, young man. Thank you. Young man's kind of crazy, but thank you. You hold your head up all right. You had a most magnificent season, yo. Hey, man. Didn't happen the way we wanted it. Ran to a Cyborg at quarterback in the first round of playoffs. Someone had to lose that game. It was a great game. I was there. I lost my mind, both positively and negatively. It is what it is, man. The playoffs, it beats like that. And y'all come after my girl from Jacksonville Free Press after she said congratulations to my coach, man. Y'all crazy. Y'all weird. But you know what it is. Rocking the hoodie, rocking the city always. Do all till we die. Y'all know what it is, man. Go Jags. We'll be back. But yeah, I'll read some comments off real quick. You know, good luck to Hobbs. Sometimes you gotta move on to unlock the best version. Yeah, it is what it is. Like, just no beef.
It even with big names, it just like, if you would have told me, and when did she come back? If you would have told me in 2019, not Sasha Banks, in a few years' time, would be in AEW, I would have looked at you like you were crazy. But now, look, sometimes you need a different environment to reach your full potential, and I hope that he reaches that, but not only that they give him that opportunity.
Exactly. Like, I just wish that happened here, but it didn't. I mean, yeah, you live and you learn. Let's get like the Banditos over the hump, which so far so good. So it looks like what they're doing. Brody King, let's get him over the hump. He's a really talented big man performer, which AEW doesn't really have a lot of in like prominent spots because it does feel like there's a bit of a ceiling for the big boys out there in the company. But we can let's crack that ceiling a little bit. Like
Push Brody King. I need a big boy. I need a big boy.
For sure.
Brody, I'm coming to get what I need. Push Brody. Brody has it. Like, when he came out with when they changed everything, and he came out with the hounds, and he had on his shiesty honey and his puffer, I was like, and his chains, I was like,
Yo, he's always been somebody like when it comes to him being in like teams or factions, he always ends up breaking out of it, and he ends up being the breakout star every single time. It happened in Ring of Honor, it happened in NAW twice already. So let's see what we got going on, man. He doesn't. You don't even have to really change your in-house style for him. He's tailor made for it. Like that was the thing where I was like, he was gonna be world champion. That was always dependent on AEW, just like altering their in-house main event style. That was never gonna happen, unfortunately. You gotta do it, Brody. Just put him in there. The crowd's receptive to him. They're ready to blow for him. They're ready to go. They're ready to take him seriously in a more prominent position. Well, let's get something going. Let's get him over the top. Let's let him cross the goal line. So yeah, that's one of the major things that happened in terms of retention and movement in professional wrestling. AEW didn't leave with anything empty-handed. They sure didn't, because they signed the Rascalz. Which again, I like the Rascalz a lot. They signed all four of them, which is
I'm so seated for that. Like that's what I need. Like, are you kidding? When I saw that, because as an employed person, I come home and I'm tired, and I'm scrolling, and I low key love when there's developments during a show, because you just do this and you're like, what? As you're watching a show live. And when I saw that the Rascalz got signed, TNA. Oh.
Yo, TNA, bro. This is the night before your big AMC debut, and AEW spun the block multiple times during this show in different ways. But you had Myra Reed was literally promoted on the show again, match against Leon Slayer, and he gets signed. They basically stole like the Rascalz are very fun. I enjoy all of them. I like Desmond Xavier. I want to see what he has left, because I did enjoy parts of his NXT run. I want to see what he's got. I've always been a big fan of Myron Reed. Trey Miguel and like Zach Wentz, cool. Like I'm not like super duper high on those two, but they're not bad wrestlers by any stretch of the imagination. Just throw them in the trios. Let them win the trios belts or some shit. Why not? Right. Myron Reed can win a title. Like, all that stuff.
Like, I love signings like this, because you and our topic name. Elite roster sees massive shakeup. That's what you need, because it doesn't always have to be like these big names, bro. Like, you have to get names that people are like, oh shit, I wasn't even thinking about them. The Rascalz, especially with how their story unfolded in NXT behind the scenes. I'm sad, because TNA was trying to play games like they WWE. No baby. No baby.
Yo, speaking of which, shout out our big brother AO. Shout out the big boss, the biggest of AOs. I pray for you having to watch that show tonight, my boy. And everyone self-made watching along with him. I pray for y'all. Sandy, I pray. I don't even know what the card looks like. It's probably not even good, because duh. And the lack of talent that they have, and the talent that they've lost. Like, you got Jake something, aka Jake Doyle, on this show. He's doing his big thing. Speedball. Josh Alexander, they're finally running the Kenny Omega match next week on Dynamite that they teased in the pandemic when Kenny was the TNA World Champion. Like, what are we doing?
Wait, who's Jack Doyle?
You know, Jake's son. That's what they call him in AW, Jake Doyle.
Who?
Jake something. He debuted last week, remember? Yo, come on, John. Get with the program. Anyway, movements with the very good wrestler, very talented. He's in a tag team with Mark Davis now in the Don Callis family.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I needed a landmark. That's too new of a name for me. I needed a landmark to click for me.
Yeah, because Jake Stone was never going to be a name on American like big time TV that was just going to work. So they just use his real name now. So there's that. What else? So Rascalz in, Powerhouse Hobbs, unfortunately out. Good luck to you in the Fed, my brother. And internationally, some moving and shaking went on. So on CMLL Informa, they announced yep, there you go. They announced the joint contracts, dual contracts for Hechicero, which has been public knowledge for quite a long time, but we got the graphic for it. Muscular Dorada and Persephone, all three of them have dual contracts with AW.
I need to see. So I just Listen, talk about dual contracts being done correctly and give it to the right people. Persephone,
Mm-hmm.
possibly on weekly TV.
Hey man, I need it. You need it. The world need it. Let's go.
Give me her, Megan Bay. Just let them.
Ooh, took the
Just let
words out of
them.
my mouth. Give me that. Give me her versus that. Give me her versus Willow.
Ooh,
Like, give me all
women.
that stuff,
They
man.
not girls. That's not it. That's the girl. Those are women. Like I need to see that. I need to see it so bad.
Give them, let them win championships. Now they're actually contracted to you now. Like, give them a national championship. Give them a TNT. All that good stuff. The TBS, women's tag, all that, man. Like, it's a good thing to do this now, because especially with the whole study for character that happened in Forbidden Door last year, like you don't want to lose talents like Persephone, Dorada, like Hechicero. You want to keep them in the bubble. There's a part of me that's like, you know what? All the like super duper talented wrestlers in the world, like the top like 2 to 1%, are within this like big two bubble and big two like proxy satellite company stuff. But I will say CMLL dual contracts are far more advantageous than doing in like say New Japan, because for starters, it's so much easier to travel to and from with CMLL and AEW weekly television. It's so much easier. Hechicero wrestled well over 100 some odd matches. He's still doing all of his dates in the Rio Mexico, Reno Coliseo, all that stuff, while also being a part of the weekly TV rotation in the Cows family. Persephone can still come back and forth. Rascalz Dorada, he was putting up 5-star matches when he didn't even work for AEW, technically, before our knowledge anyway, at least. And now he has an opportunity to really go crazy. Now that he got a real dual contract, and he can still be a big superstar over in Rio Mexico, like while making double the money.
Like specifically per Persephone, I need AEW to really have her back and push her, because she's somebody that if you let her slip through your fingers, you will regret it, because she just has it. I'm excited. I saw those signings. I was like, okay, girl, I'm really excited. I just love women's wrestling, like, but I'm so excited for Persephone. Like,
no, for sure.
I popped. I was in my room like, what?
She's most definitely the hidden jewel and the hidden hidden jewel for this whole dual contract thing. And she, in the labs for Care leaving, I think she is the biggest name in that women's division, CMLL, and letting her make more money over here in the United States while also still getting to still do her thing in CMLL. Like, that's big. I'm really happy for her. We're happy for Mascara Dorada and Hechicero. Can't wait to see where this goes.
I'm excited. Big ups to AEW and CMLL.
Yep. International relationship going strong. And again, the Real Music poll is live in the chat. Make sure y'all vote on that, and we'll announce the winner at the end of the show. The matches that are nominated are the 4-way #1 Contenders tag, Darby versus Pac, and Bandito versus MJF for the AEW World Championship. So those are 3 matches. Those are 3 nominees. Poll's active in the chat. Vote on it. Announce the winner at the end. Keep getting your super chats in. Got a whole lot to talk about. Now we've touched on the world of free agency so far. Let's get into the show. So, Jana, my dear, where do you want to start?
I want to start. Can I pick anywhere? Do I have to start at the beginning?
Oh, absolutely not. This Destination Dynamite, we go back and forth. We ain't doing linear stuff. That's not what the people don't want to hear.
On the topic of women, I want to start off with Tekla, my toxic spider, defeating clean Chris Stack.
Let's talk about it.
Listen, here's what I have to say. We could shake shit up. I think we need to. I love Chris Stack. I do. I'm so happy she's getting a good reign, but I wouldn't be mad if Toxic Spider took the title. I wouldn't. Because, like, we were talking about with Hobbs, the situation with Hobbs, and the situation with Stephanie Vicaire, and how we want Persephone and Hechicero and Dorada to be treated. Sometimes you just gotta let them try. Give her a title. See how she does with it. If it bombs, okay, it bombs. Then she's not meant to hold a world title. But they did that for a reason because everybody was talking about it. They were like, "Oh shit, she just beat the world champion. She pinned her."
Clean
Like,
as a sheet. Clean as a whistle.
so I was so seated for that. I was like, okay. I hope they build upon that. They should, in my opinion.
Yeah. And if you told me uh in May that Tekla winning the AEW Women's World Championship, one, was a possibility, and two, is a possibility that the vast majority of the fan base wouldn't even be upset at all, I would have called you insane.
She did her thing since her debut.
She has. And I'll say it, I'll admit it. I was one of the non-believers. I was one of the people that I watched a lot of her Stardom run. Yeah, I watched the end of it. It wasn't great. I didn't like her a lot. I wasn't a huge Tekla guy at all. And when news broke she was going to come to AEW, I was like, okay, let's see how it goes. But she's done nothing but knock out the park ever since. Like, genuinely. And she is going to win that belt sooner rather than later. She is the best heel in this company. And it's something AEW's missed in the women's division for a while in terms of their heels. Like, a true agitator. Mm-hmm. Someone that's pissed off the vast majority of the babyface on the roster. Like, her and Jamie, her and Donado's been great feuds. She could do something real cool with Chris Statler. And the whole you got no friends angle and you're phony, you're fake. You can do a lot of psychological stuff with her. Stat sacrificed herself and ended up getting pinned in that match. So we can play off that next couple of weeks. You never know. It'd be something I would really like to see, and it had a lot of.
Though, like if they actually did it,
I really wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't.
You know,
she's definitely gonna be a giant instigator and a giant agitator between her and Willow for sure, and then with the tag stuff on the line. Well, we can talk about Sister Sin later on. Like that's whatever. Like they'll probably keep those tag titles. It is what it is. Part of the whole overarching story.
I wouldn't want them to start another feud with Willow and Chris so fast though, because what I don't want in their history is to be like, oh my god, they were just always fighting with each other. Like let it air out, let it breathe a little bit. There was some breathing room.
Yeah, let them chill out for a minute. Like they can get to it whenever they want to, but for right now, let's just allow this to breathe. Let's test where Chris is at mentally. Like, is she friend or foe, all that type of stuff. We can play some with her, and it'll help her personality wise. It can really bring out something in her. Because Chris has had a very good reign in the ring. It's been one of my favorites in the women's division in quite some time. But there is a little something missing with her in terms of like, building with the audience outside of the ring. And you see Willow, who's just a giant ball of joy, you know, and she's a superstar. In terms of real like big stars in the division, there's three. Like, it's Tony, it's Mercedes, and it's Willow. Mm-hmm. And they're the ones that you can go back to any single time you want to, and they can have long reigns with these belts or be very prominent on the TV. And you have the crust right below them where they're credible, they can beat them, and they can win those belts anytime they want to, and they wouldn't be anything where you don't believe that they can be on that level. Tekla, I think, could be the heel, on the heel side, can be that. She's knocking right on that door, she's right on that upper crust, and she could be that instigator the division really needs with either the TBS or the world title. I'm excited to see where that match goes. That match will be quite fun. See the size dynamic between Tekla and Chris. And Tekla being the heel, she could just be slimy and just trying to sneak her way out with the belt, all that good jazz. So, look forward to that. As for me, okay, yeah, for sure. As for me, I think I'm gonna jump back to the beginning. I'm gonna talk about one of these matches that's on the poll. The beginning, as a matter of fact, Darby Allin and Pac. Darby said he ain't done with the Death Riders. He gotta get back on Pac. Threatened to snap his damn ankle last week if he don't get that match, and he got it. Mm-hmm. And first of all, shout out to Renee Paquette, the sideline reporter. Like, she added a whole lot to the presentation of that match, and it gave a lot of gravitas to it, to what's basically just a one-on-one grudge match. Mm-hmm. And it's a much better use of her abilities and her skill set than just having her go in the back and interview everybody like every other TV show does. So allow her to add some gravity. Be like, I spoke with the Death Riders today. She's trying to be all objective and everything, and then she just slips. Oh, I talked to John. I thought that was a fun little thing that'd be happening. But anyway, they just start this shit off in a straight brawl in the crowd. Like Darby just dives out on Pat. They're fighting, they're brawling. Coffin drop outside in the ring into the stands, and then Darby just kind of gets his ass beat for like 10 minutes, which I will say, great contrast to the first match they had at Full Gear, where it was very simple. It was very basic mat wrestling between those two, and then the violence escalated in it when they started ripping Darby's tape off and revealed all the burn marks, and that's when it started getting real violent. Last night, he just got his ass kicked and got hogtied for 20 minutes and just got ragdolled around as only he could. That spot where he got thrown into the steps. Bam.
Listen, I know I gave him a hard time the last time I was on the show. Because I was like, you want to go back? But yesterday's showing, I will say, I'm back on the Darby train. I am. I eat my words. He proved me wrong. He proved me all the way wrong. I was like, oh. Because that spot where he's just like, right? I was like, oh my God.
I thought I broke my damn back looking at that.
That's what I needed to see. I'm like, you're not like a technical wrestler, dude. Like, just do what you do. Be extreme. Because I was bored of the whole Darby and Pac thing. I was. But yesterday.
I would say past tense now. Past tense.
Yes. It renewed my interest in it. It did. It really did. So kudos to them. It was a really good match. It was really fun. I understand why the world title be the main event, but I wouldn't know if that was the main event.
But no, I get what they did. I like the differences between the two matches they had, and I will say the introduction of Wheeler Yuta trying to interfere in the match with the chair, and then getting his ass kicked, and then Darby using the chair anyway. Very fun. In that,
I love Yuta.
If he gonna introduce the chair, don't apologize for using it. It is what it is. You introduced this into the match. You introduced this element. I wasn't looking for it, but I ain't gonna shy away from it. So I'm gonna hit you with this coffin drop. I'm gonna snap your fucking ankle anyway, and I'm gonna beat you, and I'm gonna make your ass out. It is what it is. You know, we done with the Death Riders. We on the bigger and better things. We going for that triple B that we should have went after before we decided to climb that mountain. So,
okay, let's slow down. Let's slow down. You had me, and then you lost me. Let's reel it back here. We got to bring it back.
Listen. I ain't saying he got to win it. I'm just saying he got to be one of the 1,000 people in line because he went through the whole Death Riders one-man army. All that.
They're all gonna have to wait, all those 1,000 people, because you know what? When Kenny wins, like I said, he needs to hold that title until he fucking retires. Okay.
And speaking of which, I'm so glad you mentioned that. Thank you so much. This is why you co-host the show, John. Let's talk about my sunshine, our sunshine, Mr. Kenneth Jerome Aloysius Bartholomew. Omega. He's back live in Phoenix, Arizona. Great crowd, by the way. I want to give them their tens on that. They were awesome all night. They were enthusiastic and bought into everything going on in the ring all night long. Kenny Omega's back. He came challenged that belt. He even said, man, I had my allotted time. But I heard Swerve talking about that World Championship. I see Heyman talking about that World Championship, and I had to come in and say something. Which, by the way, fun match with Brian Keith and Heyman Page. Shout out bounty matches. Brian Keith, we got something for you. Heyman, did your thing. Anyway, we there. It's a bit of a promo train, I know, but they made sense of it with Kenny being like, yo, I came out before I was supposed to because y'all mentioned it. I had something on my heart. Just letting y'all niggas know right now. I know y'all going after the belt. I know y'all in line, but I am Kenneth Omega. As long as I got these people believe in me still, we believe chants. I chanted too at home. I know you chanted at home. I know everyone at Self-Made chanted. We believe at Kenny Omega at their TV screens. As long as we believe.
I will always believe in Kenny Omega. Let me tell you something. Even after his bout with diverticulitis, he still out wrestles all of your faves. I don't care. Because when it's all said and done, the in-ring goat, even when it comes to out-of-ring qualities, it's always going to be Kenny. It's
Yes.
always Kenny. It's always going to be Kenny. So when he does, not if, when he does win that title, he needs to hold it until he leaves his little gear in that middle of that ring. He needs to hold
His
it.
little gear. So he unlaces the boots and all that.
Yes, because I'm sorry, I love Hangman, I love Swerve, I love Will, not as much as I love Kenny. So
There you have it. And speaking of which, I did want to mention a little something that went on in that segment. Did you look at Swerve Strickland's face when him and Hangman were interacting with Kenny? Did you notice that? Yeah.
you know what I noticed? They are okay. I'm so glad you mentioned that. And tell me if you agree or not.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Swerve and Hangman are the antithesis of the Golden Lovers. They're like the Dark Lovers.
The Dark Lovers is wild.
They are. Like, he drank Swerve's blood. Like, they are blood bound. That's deep.
Yo, did you know it's like he was looking at like Kenny and Heyman talking about
He was
hey, man,
like,
if it's us that wrestles number one contender for that championship, best man win, all that stuff. Heyman out here blushing, seeing Kenny Omega back in front of him for the first time in God knows how long. So I was like, hold on, what this is? Who the fuck are you? Who invited you? Hey man,
I'm sorry. He needs to move over.
hey man,
He
it's
needs
Kenny.
to move over.
Hey man, I know y'all bound by blood. I know y'all chained up and all that. I know y'all doing y'all a lethal weapon shit every week now, which it is what it is. Swerve. I know. We get it.
They could do
However,
all of that, just not with Kenny's title. I'm
there
sorry.
you go.
I'm not playing games. Like, we're strapping him up. Even if I have
Yes.
to walk to Jacksonville myself and say, Tony, give him the fucking belt. He needs to keep that belt. And the other two, I love my boys. They could go like make out in a corner or something and do that weird
Yo,
stuff.
yeah. We it ain't like that. Let us explain. Let's explain. We just you know.
They're
we
in
went.
love. Everybody's like, oh, they're besties now. No, baby. They're lovers.
Hey man, I don't know about lovers, but it's the world championships on the line.
Marcus,
Swerve.
if
Ain't
you
no
drink
both of
someone's
us.
blood, that's not your lover?
Niggas was violent. That's what it is. Who amongst us hasn't done some weird shit with you know?
What?
Yo, hey, relax. Don't clip that. No one clip that. Don't clip that. Don't no one clip that. Anyway, I'll answer this question real quick. What y'all think of turning both Swerve and Hangman on Kenny? The answer is okay. Kenny. No. Swerve absolutely. He does need to turn heel. He does. For the sake of the world title scene, for the sake of probably his year, I do believe him being a heel is the best course of action. And this whole kumbaya act with Heyman was fun for like a week. I think there's way too much meat on the bone here for them to just go fully commit to them being a team.
Whoa.
Respect idioms? Damn. Respect sayings? I got a deep vocabulary here.
Crazy.
How about this?
Respect
There's too much
hyperbole.
There you go. There's too much material left. There's too much story to tell between those two before them being full on buddy. Like they took down Big Evil, they took down the Death Riders together at All In. That's cool. We don't gotta be best friends.
Oh god, when Square was like,
yo, that shit ruined his PR for a month straight, fam. You couldn't escape that damn picture at all.
He looked a mess. Like, it was so funny. He was like, okay, girl.
Like a Disney Channel movie shit. But nah, in all seriousness, he should turn heel. It's better off. He's better as a heel. He talks better as a heel. Wrestles better as a heel. He presents better as a heel. And there's too much there between him and Heyman to just full on go. we're best friends now. I really like you. Like we ain't gotta do that. So that's that. The walking penis, Don Callis, got in the way, and him and Kane been beefing since 1885. Like it's fucking Hatfield and McCoys. But my man Don, leave us alone. We got bigger and better things to do. We don't gotta keep doing this. You don't gotta sit the Canadian penis Josh Alexander on us. Which fun fact again. TNA shot that angle in 2020 and never ran the match for whatever reason. We're getting it in a week. So there's that. In Orlando, there you have it. Josh Alexander and Kenny Omega snapped his ankle, snapped Kota Ibushi's leg, snapped Nakazawa's ankle. We getting our get back. We on the road to the World Championship because, like Kenny said, we can't just EVP it and just snap our fingers and just get a world title match. We're gonna earn it. Wins losses matter around here. He said so himself. So that's what we're doing.
Oh my god, do you see that super chat?
I think I do see that super chat.
Oh my god.
$4.99 from Kai's Cream Puff, aka the lovely third host of this show, Jess. Swerve is using my Heyman because he's evil. I'm so convinced. Amen.
No, baby. This is what you call. What do the girls on Tumblr say? This is like Yandir. Yandir. This is toxic love right there. Because Hangman likes it. Hangman knows, like he knows Swerve. He knows deep down inside, ooh, he's gonna like beat me up and I'm gonna like beat him up. They like it because they're sick freaks. They're not, again, antithesis of the Golden Lovers. They're the sick lovers because they do stuff to torture each other and they keep going back. They're toxic, girl. But he likes being used. Hangman likes being used.
Hey man, he's in a manipulative situation right now. He don't know how to think. He's just kind of going with the flow. It is what it is, man. If the backstage thing with Jess B is anything to go by, Swerve, I know what you're doing. I know what you are. We know what you are. We're monitoring your progress.
A freak. Exactly. A sick freak.
A giant, sick, deranged, twisted freak needs to be arrested.
Who likes cowboys.
Hey, man.
Who used to be.
Just what it is. But yeah, so there's your world title scene. Very electric, very explosive, very instigatish. A lot of moving parts going around. So there's that. Speaking of championships, let's go to the 4-way tag. Number 1 contendership for the AEW Tag Team Championships. So you got Jet Speed, Young Bucks, Jake Doyle, and Mark Davis. Let's go. Here we go. I'll say this. I am enjoying the tag team division a lot right now with a lot of these moving pieces and a lot of these new teams. I am. I like the 4-way tag a lot. I did enjoy it. It was very fun. I like the dynamics. I do think there is something to be said about there probably should have been a 2v2 tag between all these teams at some point. Oh, GOA also. GOA. Shout out GOA. There's another match. It's a match where I liked it, but I do understand the criticisms of it being a 4-way. You kind of just shoved all the teams in one match and said, go crazy. Which they did. But it could have worked a lot better if you didn't go that route. That's probably the best way to put it. Jana, I know you got your thumbs down. Take it away.
I'm not gagging.
You're not gagging? You're not rocking with it?
I swallowed perfectly fine throughout that whole match. Like, my esophagus was functioning perfectly. I didn't gag once. You can't just put the Young Bucks in something and think that they're supposed to carry every fucking match that they're in. Not every tag match needs to have multiple tag teams. I'm tired of seeing it. I just give me 2-on-2. I don't need to see 2-on-2 and 2-on-2 and 2-on-2 here. And then the 2 over there, they actually are part of a family of 18. So it's really like 18 versus the 2-on-2.
They're the Baker family, but you about a dozen?
I'm like, what? I'm seeing a lot of bodies, a whole lot of nothing. I just wasn't moved. I wasn't moved by it. I wasn't. I really wasn't. I didn't like the outcome. I didn't like the finish. I didn't like anything about it. I was bored. It was
I love
just, to me,
I love
that
the
was my
outcome.
after break.
Yeah, I get that. It is a criticism that's kind of going around a little bit that they have leaned a little too far into the whole multi-man tag thing, which they're all great. They have their place on TV. They should keep doing them. But like when it comes to the tag titles being online, it would have probably been best suited if they did do standard 2v2s over the next several weeks and just have them naturally fight it out. And you would have got a better sense of Doyle and Davis as a team, which in the opportunities that they got, especially the finish, they look really, really cool. Like, just have to reverse a top rope Hurricane Rana into a power bomb on the outside. Like, if that ain't cool shit, I don't know what is. Like, that shit was fire. And them winning. Good. What you gonna say?
I just wasn't moved. Like, to me, that was the one blemish of the night. Maybe I'm just being hormonal. I don't know, but
no, it's an opinion. A lot of people that it ain't just you that shares that opinion.
I was not feeling it. Like, I just wasn't. Like, the whole show to me was so like there were like little pieces here and there that I was like, and then you got that match, and I was like,
it's like sure, I guess. I know. I know.
Like that picture of Swerve. I was
like, my only thing is it being a heel versus heel thing. It's kind of funky at times with him.
Not everybody knows how to pull that off. And what I'm taking is not an edible, by the way.
Shit.
They're not edibles.
I don't know.
They're vitamins.
There you go. Take your vitamins, everybody. Take your vitamins, just all that stuff. Live a good life. Live a long life. Yeah. But nah, the heel versus heel dynamic with them in FTR looks kind of weird on paper. I will say, looking at them next to FTR, that's hard like a damn munchkin. He like one of them damn Dunkin' Donut minis and shit next to Jake Doyle. I'm like, hey, bro, if you're gonna be the heel in this situation, I don't know how you're gonna play this. It's gonna look a little funky, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I probably had them win them tag titles. I can't lie. Let's pull the plug on this whole FTR thing.
I'm tired of seeing them.
Man, like they have their place.
I'm tired of seeing them.
Like they have their place in tag division, but then with the belts,
what were their names? They were like 80s themed Roadrunners. Road
Warriors.
No, they're in AEW. They're both blonde.
Oh, the Outrunners. The Outrunners. Yo, what?
The Roadrunners.
Yo, what you on?
The Outrunners. I'm like, FCR, stop. Take away the 80s themed jackets, the 80s themed Titantron, and just go back to the basics. Strip it all down.
See, the thing is, they've had those belts, what? 2, 3 times, right? Three AEW World Tag Team title reigns. Can you tell me a single thing that you remember from any one of those title reigns?
Hold on, I'm finding it. Wait, did they get arrested? Did one of them get arrested while they were champions?
Hey man, they had the strap on them. That happened. Cash.
That's all I got.
And all of it involved the Bucks. Them losing the first time to the Bucks and Cash almost jeopardizing.
Because the Bucks are the greatest tag team. Not the Yeet Brothers.
The Yeet Brothers is wild.
Not FTR. None of that. It's the Young Bucks, okay?
I'll say though, I am glad the Bucks didn't win because I didn't want the whole break the Bucks glass in case of emergency thing with FTR. Like it would have been way too soon, and I'm not trying to see a fifth match or how many matches they've had. Respectfully, glad they didn't push that button. Glad they gave the win to Doyle and Davis. They're a really fun team. I'm really excited to see how that match turns out. Do y'all thing. Please carry those Carolina bums. I'm tired. I can't do it. We're in a good place for this tag division. You know, I had to throw them in. And I do have to mention Southtown Spurs.
See how the Rascalz fit into the tag division. Like, are they only going to focus on trios? Are they going to focus on trios and tag? Like, I'm excited to see how they fit in. Because I would love to see Rascalz versus Young Bucks.
Yeah, for sure. And Shot Spurs again, $5 super chat. Everyone needs a friend that reacts to them doing awesome shit. Like Ricochet reacted to the Toleon's moonsault. Yo, I saw that moonsault. I'm like, he ain't gonna do this, is he? Like, this is gonna be okay. He's out the ropes. He's gonna do a little dive to the outside. Cool, whatever. This motherfucker did a moonsault. Toleona, you are a #1 draft pick in my league whenever you want to declare, brother. Like, I was been a fan of you since the Hangman Page match you had on Dynamite a few years back. I've been a big fan of you in Gates of Agony. They've gotten a lot better as a team, him and Khan. I really enjoy them as an act. The demand in general, and it's starting to really click for me with them. And Ricochet was probably the best commentator on TV last night, except outside Bryan Danielson. I can't lie, he genuinely was. Like, he was on.
He's really proven himself since like coming to AEW. Because there were times where I was like, he has it in ring, like he's so fun in ring, but as a character, I just could never get into him before he came to AEW. And now I'm like, wow, like it makes you wonder, like, is it because they're held back? Is it because they hold themselves back? Because he's so entertaining to me now that everything he does, even if it's not wrestling related, like his screams when he's like flying in the air somewhere, his reaction, or like the dumb shit he says on the mic, I'm just like, you're really entertaining, dude.
It's so weird because like he went from being just he does the coolest shit on TV and he's still a lame ass nigga anyway, and he's still bald and all that stuff. It's just really good heat and it works. National championship reign, I want to see that again. Like, he's doing this thing. Jack Perry gonna chase his ass all over the world for that, most likely. I'm locked in for that. GOA getting opportunities in the tag division. Big ups to them. Them versus Jet Speed, them versus the Bucks would be a very fun tag match that I probably would have run this week instead of the 4-way, even though I enjoyed it. Probably could have done better things here, but the end result, you got a new tag team in the mix. Gave him the big win. Let's see how it goes to FTR. So there's that. And we're not even done with the show yet. We still got a lot going on. Got a whole lot more to talk about. Please send your super chats in. Please like this video. Leave comments. John's got to feed Sprinkle. I got to, feed my children,
You know what? You know what's funny? In the upcoming streams in February, it's just going to be me and Sprinkle. Like, so y'all
Sprinkle chat?
You guys are gonna have a whole lot of Sprinkle on the stream. So it's gonna be Destination Sprinkle because
Sprinkle.
Yeah, so when it's just me and her in the house, she's gonna be all over the place. So you guys will see Sprinkle again. Right now, she's in the living room with my parents, being a twerp.
Twerp is a wild description for your cat. Hey.
She will return. I would say. Not next week, not the week after that, the following. She will return and she'll have like a little, what do you call it? Residency. Because she'll be like 3 weeks. It's just going to be me and her.
Y'all heard it here first. Sprinkle will be back shortly. Coming soon. Destination Dynamite again. Y'all know what it is. So, got 3 matches down. Let's say we skip ahead a little bit. Actually, no, hold on. We had a standby match earlier. Brody King versus John Cruz. This is one of the funnier things you should do on TV with Brody King. He's very personable, and allowing him to just kind of show that was very fun. So he's just like backstage walking with Renee, walking and talking. So yeah, a standby match. Comes by John Cruz, who's MJF's little manager and his translator. He throw him in the ring and just beat the dog shit out of him for a minute and a half, 2 minutes. Very, very fun. Very, very cool for the crowd to see that. A lot of pizza strength. A lot of Brody King just doing his thing. John Cruz bumped his ass off. I will give him that. Like, if you're gonna be a jobber on TV, have a little personality here. Bump like crazy. Look like you got hit by a fucking tank. Which when you wrestle Brody King, you basically are getting hit by a tank over and over and over again. So, good little business there. Another way to get Brody King back on television. He's been wrestling these standby matches and getting a chance to stack up some wins in the background on TV for a minute. When you got about 45 people coming for that championship, building up someone like Brody King as a potential TV challenger down the line, especially with him his tag partner in the main event is always a real cool thing to see. Cut a promo about it, and whoever wins, he got next. Let's look out for that. Real excited. Shout out Brody. We're gonna get you over the hump this shit, big dog. Don't worry. We got you. We all rocking with you.
Shout out Brody, because he's just even not in his wrestling persona, he's a really good person. So
yes, great person. Love him to death. I can't wait to see what he does. Yeah, so there's that. And we're gonna transition from one member of Brodito to the other. We're gonna go all the way to the main event of the show.
Bandito.
There you go. AEW World Championship on the line. Bandito versus MJF. I ain't gonna lie. I had my thoughts. I had my opinions. I had my fears going into this match and going into the build. But they were assuaged by the whole John Cruz insertion last week in the line Bandito to build up some momentum. And then the match itself, I will say, MJF, to his credit, he actually didn't fuck it up. Not in a derogatory way, but I will say he has his isms where in the matches, he'll have matches where he tries to prove that he can do all the flips, he can do all the spots, he can do everything that your favorites can do. Sometimes it works. A lot of times it takes away from what makes him a good heel, and it takes away from the dynamics of the match. Here, he was just a complete utter bully and a complete utter asshole, and he just gave the crowd nothing to really go off of in the sense of he wasn't trying to be cool and he wasn't trying to be flippy and everything. He just tried to kill Bandito's arm, and he just talked a bunch of shit. And this is where athletically Bandito being on another level than him worked. Because every time he genuinely tried to wrestle and engage with Bandito, he looked like a bumbling moron, and he showed his ass the whole damn time. Like, there were times where Bandito rolled him up almost immediately, and he's just bumping out of the ring and rolling out and saying, screw this, no. And then the times where he tries to do the whole flips, tries to talk shit, gets caught with something, gets caught with an X knee, bumps for a 21 plex, this, that, and the third. Like, there were a lot of instances where he was just a great, just throwback, consummate heel. He didn't try to take Bandito's shine. He allowed him to spread his wings, so to speak. And Bandito's the best babyface in North America by a country mile to me, because he's just so unique. Put him in front of 5 people, put him in front of 20 people, put him in front of 3,000 people, put him in front of 30,000 people. Everyone's going to be behind him, but he knows how to engage the crowd. The dive he did from the top, everyone got off their ass. Everybody crossed the barricade and got MJF out. Like, that shit was crazy. Everyone was there, and it was just such a simple thing he did, So that's why everybody loves him. That's why I love him. That's why you love him. Tell us how much you love him.
I love him. I love both of them. I love both of them. I
Both?
do. Both.
Both of them?
Both. BOFFUM. Both of them. You can see, or at least from what I gather, my perception of MJF matches is I feel like when he respects the person he is fighting, he puts forth effort. And on a personal sense, when he respects them. When he doesn't, he's like, all right, I could really just do whatever, I'll fuck around. I feel like he respects Bandito. Because is it the best match of MJF? No. But he puts effort into it. Like, you can even tell when there's, like, certain promos. When he really doesn't care, he just says, like, cheap shit that really makes no sense.
He can overwhelm people with, like, some shit. Like, say, he'll just, like, try, like, to get shit off sometimes, and he can just...
Yeah, but when he actually, like, maybe when he's, like, really friends with someone backstage or whatever, you can see it translate. I enjoyed the match, and I love Bandito. I think he's so cool, and I love when characters are done right. Like, he comes in with his cowboy hat, like, he's just chilling. He
had that shit on coming to the ring today.
Call him Ranch, he be dressing, okay?
Mm-hmm. Talk to him, y'all better listen to him.
I just love Bandito, and he's smooth in the ring. Smooth like butter, like warm butter, honey. Everything he does is smooth. I love it. Was it like an all-timer match? Again, no, but it
No,
was fun. It
just
was
a
fun.
just a damn good TV World Championship defense.
I feel
And
like people, for some reason, they hold AEW to this caliber to where it's like, if they're not constantly pumping out like these intricate matches on a weekly basis, that they're like falling off or wasn't a good show. No, not every match has to be like, oh my god, he put him in an ankle lock and look at this reversal and look at these sequences. No, sometimes a match is just a match. That's what it's supposed to
yeah,
be. It's a
and they
match.
worked it like a World Championship match. They worked it like two men who actively wanted to go out there and win the world title. And it was a very classic, very straightforward babyface versus heel
Exhibition. That's what I
dynamic.
felt like it was.
Yeah, it just worked. It just clicked.
Because I feel
MJF,
like
but good.
everything has to be like a Brian Danielson versus like Nigel McGuinness. Like, with them, you're going to get like 10 down, or Zack Sabre Jr. versus like Will Ospreay. Like, it's not going to be like, oh my God. Like, not everything has to be a big fight feel. And I feel like that's why a lot of these reigns end up getting stale because everything is made to be big fight, once in a lifetime, first time ever. Who cares? Sometimes champions just need to fight and get their shit off.
Yeah, and this
And
felt
that's
like
what I felt
a
like this.
real.
It was refreshing. It didn't feel too serious. It didn't feel over marketed. Because if they would have marketed it like, oh my God, this main event, it's do or die. And then that match would have came on, people would have been like,
Yeah, like, and they didn't wrestle like two niggas who were clearly going for the five. They wrestled like a championship match. And
ah.
Bandito is super earnest. Everyone loves him. The crowd's behind him. He's a great athlete. He does everything you want to do as a potential world champion in your company. The MJF played his role well. He played it at an elite level. He didn't do too much. He did everything he was supposed to do. He managed to let everyone know, but this is Bandito's getting to shine. I'm gonna work the limb, which hashtag limb work can be something, but he did it in a way where he basically pissed everybody off, and it had a purpose. Like from the promo last week to the match and then the post match, he was like underestimated Bandito, act like he didn't belong. He was just a cocky prick, and then he came to the match. He clearly got way thoroughly outclassed, and out wrestled in a lot of key spots and during that,
Mm-hmm.
and he showed his
But
ass.
kudos to him because, in my opinion, as a champion who knows that they're not going to lose, you let the other person shine because you know that they're not going to be champion. At the end of the day, he's going to walk out as champion. So kudos to him for like, you know what? Yeah, we're going to let him look good. I will say again, when he respects someone, MJF will let himself take bumps and look like the
He looked
worst wrestler
ridiculous.
to make them look good. And
Yeah.
that's key part of being a champion, like Mercedes would when she
Yo, we even know she's gonna drop the belt. She looks ridiculous in the
right,
ring when she takes her
the other
bumps.
person shine. When you know that you're gonna be champ, or when you're comfortable, like, hey, I'm the GOAT, regardless of if I win or lose, and you could still make people look good while being the one who's victorious. And like, because now people are gonna be like, oh, like you just said, he out wrestled him. This is a championship match, and you're talking about the champ getting out wrestled. That's a good thing for the other person because it's like, damn, now we want to see more of him.
Yep.
So it was a decent match. It felt like an exhibition match that was for a championship. It was just not like a big fight feel. Not every match has to be a big fight feel.
Like you knew he was gonna lose, but you want to see what he can do in there, and he looked like someone that you should earmark for winning that world championship soon.
Right. Like you want to
And
see like try. You're like, oh shit, like damn, like you really did that. Like you did
yeah,
that.
and it wasn't a match where he didn't lose because of interference. MJF just caught him, more or
Mm-hmm.
less. He worked the arm work that he'd been doing the whole match. It paid off in the end. He couldn't get the pin on the 21 plex. He couldn't get enough on it, and then he got caught with assault to the earth again. And then, being the dick that he is, he did the label lock in front of Danielson on commentary and won with it.
He's
Such an
such
ass.
he is such an idiot, dude.
Yeah, like it was great work from both guys. MJF did his job in there as a world champion. Cuts a promo, basically putting him over, and then beats the shit out of him afterwards, and then Brody King makes a save. Yo, on a scale of 1 to 10, how afraid were you that they were gonna do the whole partner turns on each other over the world championship thing? Like, how scared were you they were gonna do that?
Again, I'm not new to this. I'm true. I was terrified
Yo,
because there's like a lot of cliches in wrestling that I hate, and that's one of them. And then the will they be able to coexist? Won't they? Like, girl, they're not. In the middle of the match, they're gonna like fight each other. But I hate the whole like, oh my god, since we used to be friends and we're fighting for the same thing, we're gonna turn on each other, and it's going to become a whole rivalry. And I'm gonna say that you held me back the whole time. No, baby. No, baby. Not everything has to be a feud.
nah, I know y'all going for the belt, but y'all ain't gotta turn on each other. We love y'all. It's too soon to turn on each other. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Oh, by the way, we got a little super chat here. Make sure y'all get those in. We gonna be here for a little bit longer. Johnny Barney, Buck 99. The MMM when you saw Omega Page swerve Marcus. 28,000, 100,000, 100 trillion out of 10. Y'all know what it is. I was locked in. My palms were sweaty. I was looking at the TV. I was up and jumping up and down like Don Callis at Revolution. I was barking like a dog when I heard Battle Cry. Oh my God. Kenny Omega. My sunshine. You may have won this round, MJF. You may have did your thing today. But that's one challenger down. 17 more to go, my boy. So far, so good with the reign. I had my doubts. But so far, it's been solid. It's been consistent. He's just been a good heel so far. Mm-hmm. And I enjoyed the Bandito match. And again, his worst tendencies in wrestling when he tries to prove that he can do it all. Just have a solid dynamic between your opponent. He's very good with luchadors. Hechicero much Forbidden Door notwithstanding. The mystical stuff was money. He tapped into that bag here last night. I enjoyed it. The crowd really helped the atmosphere because I mentioned earlier, they were a crowd that they're like Atlanta tier the times they've been there in the sense that they just, in Omaha also, New Year's Smash, they just enjoyed the show and they just enthusiastically bought what the wrestlers were trying to sell them instead of trying to get themselves over. And it helped the dynamic between Max and Bandito, which is not even doesn't need that already sells itself, but the crowd buying into it in every step of the way, like booing Max mercilessly every time he cut Bandito off, Bandito's comeback spots, the dive on the outside, him finally hitting the 21 plex, and they think he has a real chance of winning here. Mm-hmm. Like they just bought in. This is who we're cheering. This is who we're booing. This is what they're trying to convey to us. We're locked in. We're not gonna hijack this shit. We're not gonna take over with this is awesome chance 2 minutes in after a sequence. Shout out to Arizona. Shout out good wrestling crowd. Great wrestling crowd in fact.
Omaha. Shout out to Arizona. Y'all have been the crowds this year so far. So
yeah,
well, no. Omaha still counts as 2025.
Yeah, but I mean it's New Year's Eve, so whatever. But yeah, great crowds. Enjoyed it. That was your main event. Really enjoyed it. Kenny Omega's coming for you. And we got a little treat that, it plays into the Hobbs news, but, Heyman and Jet Speed backstage were basically just circling like sharks on Jet Speed after they lost the 4 match. Heyman's like, attaboy. By the way, I signed you up for a trios title match with me. I remember when we linked up against LFI that one time? Yeah, we're going the trios belts. Let's go. Let's get it on Collision. And Swerve is just circling, is all up on Kevin Knight. Son, he just hugging up on him like, hey little nigga, you ain't gonna be the future, right? He's like that one. He's like a Charlie Murphy in like a lottery ticket when he was locked up on Kevin Knight.
So excited for Kevin Knight's future, like genuinely. Really, because he just has it. He's somebody that when that time comes, I'm gonna be like, fuck yeah.
I would very much be here for Swerve wins that belt back as a heel. Title defense with Kevin Knight on pay-per-view. I really would be there for that.
I would be there for Kevin Knight taking it off of Swerve.
Hey man, whatever you want to do with it, shit. I'm there. You there? We all there. The dynamic between Heyman and Swerve, like Swerve is just circling them like sharks with blood in the water. A little stalkerish.
He's sick, and Hangman loves that shit.
Yeah.
I know what you are.
You know what you are. We know what you are. The Heyman's just like, hey, by the way, guys, remember that time we teamed? Let's do it again.
He fell in love. I want to run that
Shit,
back.
I would too. They was the protectors of him during that title reign in some ways, and then they got an opportunity to go back and win some gold.
You see, I'm an idiot because I remember in that time when Swerve was like still on his heel shit, and he had the burgundy hair that one pay-per-view, and he was matching Mercedes, and I was up and down the TL the whole time, like, what?
Yo, you was trying to do detective work on that one, huh?
Listen, here's what I will say. There was a whole lot of instances, and I don't know what happened. And then she popped out with more toast, and I was like, oh. But there were instances.
The signs were there, the clues were there.
I was like, I know what you are, but whatevs.
Exactly.
I'll never know.
It bees like that. So that's basically the wrestling portion of the show. Really strong show. A lot of stuff that we're looking forward to next week. Oh, and by the way, we have a random Andrade sighting on Collision against Angelico. We there?
I'm there.
There you go. I was starting to get worried for a second. I'm like, wait, where he at? I ain't seen him since. Oh, there he is. He's out the country for a minute. We back.
I think he just needs to be still. We don't need to be jumping ship and then coming back and then jumping ship again. No, baby. Let's ídolo.
Siéntense, por favor.
Yes, let's just stay in one area. Let's really feel it out. Good Lord, that man puts me through. I'm like,
I know, I'm like, oh, he was there. Oh, he was there. No, he was just on that tape show. Then what are you doing over here?
Oh, he was at the indie show. I'm like, what?
Shout out Andrade and yeah. So shout out that Collision also got Penelope Ford is back. I actually didn't expect that. So her.
I wanted to mention since I was not here last week.
Mm-hmm.
The vignette of Mercedes in her little psychotic era. Just because I never touched base on that.
Sure.
I am interested to see how her absence is addressed with how they utilize the women now that she's not there. But I want to see what that shit's like when she comes back. Like, are we getting like when she came back that one time and she beat up Natty after her dad died? Like, she done told her, "Oh, your dad's so proud of you," and then boom,
switch the wig up and everything.
Like, I want to see I want to see a whole new wig. I want to be like, pow. But no, I really like.
Yeah, this was like genuinely the most excited, the most interested I've been in her as a character, maybe ever.
Yeah,
it's a fun direction
they're
to
not
take.
She's crazy. They're going like, oh shit, like she lost everything. How's she gonna rebuild? Which I'm excited to see.
She ain't coming just for a belt. She come back for heads. He said, "Damn, she don't."
I like that.
She come back.
Yes, I was like, we don't need to focus on the belt. Let's collect. Let's recoup, and then we come for the belt.
It's like, man, you got Harley Cameron doing the Congo line on your dead body. The body ain't even cold yet, and Miss Fielder Rap is out here celebrating on your grave. Like, where did you do that at?
Here, Marcus.
Hey man, all I know is she better put that puppet down because it ain't finna be pretty when she come back. That's all I know.
I think Mercedes wins the big one this year. I think so.
I hope so.
I would like to see it. I don't know if I want her to be babyface though. That's my thing because she's so good as evil.
Yeah, I think her being a deranged heel or just her being super duper, locked in, would be the way to go. And maybe bring some backup with it. Fuck it. I'm just saying. Maybe bring a little backup. Who knows?
Does Davina Rose's contract come up this year?
And I think that ship sailed. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I don't know why she's so scared to make that jump. Like, girl, people want to see.
Do we
I'm not.
learn?
I am
Are-
excited to see Chris Statlander versus Charlie, aka formerly known as Dakota Kai. I know you're not too moved, but I'm moved.
Sure, I guess.
Give her a chance.
Okay, as you wish.
Give her a chance. And it's not like they're gonna bring back Tegan Knox or anything, because she's a
Who?
she's a scrub.
Who
Whatever.
that?
Exactly.
I knew nigga ain't Tegan from back in the day. I don't know who Tegan Knox is.
You're right. I don't even know why.
I know you already saying slurs on the channel. You gonna get us canceled? What we doing?
But no, I'm very excited. I feel like AEW could continue their momentum that they had from last year, because they had a really good year last year, and I think that because last year, not even 2025, 2024 was the year where they had the big signings of big stars. Then last year was them utilizing those stars and starting with the more signings from different companies. This year, I feel like it's going to be a lot of new generation.
And whoever's good from TNA, you know.
Why we had to go there? I was trying to keep the peace.
I mean, it ain't even that. It just happened. They signed all the Rascalz when Myra Reed's booked against Leon Slayer, who's probably gonna do Raw. Funny enough. So there's that.
I
You know,
forgot about Leon Slater.
yeah,
Wow.
he gone.
What a blast from the past. Okay.
Keeping the seat warm. But hey, we're coming down to near the end, so you know, if y'all want to get y'all shit off, get y'all super chats in. We really encourage that. We appreciate the love, support, all that good stuff. Like this video up. Got 135 of y'all in here. Like this video, leave comments, all that good stuff.
Yeah, we're cold in Florida, y'all. Y'all gotta send them super chats so we got money to pay for this heat. Cause we're.
I mean, it's about to be 20 some odd degrees.
Wait, are you in the cold front too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm freezing over here, dude.
Yeah, I'm wearing this damn hoodie. I had my window down earlier just to get a little fresh air. But my God.
I'm like, oh my God, am I gonna be sick for work tomorrow?
Right? I'm trying to take my regular morning walks. And I'm like, damn, it's cold as hell. The wind blowing in my face. What the hell this is? But nah, so rest of the week nominations from us two. What say you? Who's your face of the promotion for the week? Who's your wrestler of the week? Who's the one that stood out to you and said, that's why I watched the product? You thinking hard about this one?
I will say, damn. Yeah, I'm gonna say this just in lieu of the news.
Mm-hmm.
My wrestler of the week will go to Powerhouse Hobbs.
That's an interesting.
He had a
interesting
great
way to look
run.
at it.
And I'm excited. I was gonna be salty about it on stream today, but I am choosing not to. He's gonna be my wrestler of the week. He's doing what's best for him, and that's just my way of appreciating what he has contributed in his time with AEW.
Yeah, that's a good way
So
to put
he'll
it.
be my wrestler of the week.
That's a healthy way of looking at it. And I will say again, there is a discussion to be had about getting a move on with younger talents and all that stuff. And then, in every wrestling company, especially AEW, they're all different. Sure. I will say, if you're out here like leading examples of Wheeler Yuta, Lee Moriarty, and Dan Garcia, this, that, and the third, Wardlow, we are venturing into doom posting territory because there were external factors with a lot of those guys. It's not they didn't try. The Guns, the Acclaim, my guys, those acts ran their course. Those acts, every time they have a match graphic pop up, y'all want to roll your eyes and start a riot. Like, don't give me what have we done with Hook? He sucked, guys. It's okay. It's okay to admit it. Discussion to be had about, not keeping guys in the queue so long. However, let's be realistic. Be thankful for Powerhouse Hobbs' time in the company. He did his thing. Hope he goes on to greener pastures. Respect Ward Goat. He's hurt right now, so I'm back off. The MJF stuff was really cool. I'll give him that. Get well soon, Wardlow. But the proof's in the pudding with him as a push act. It is what it is. So, them my 2 cents there. My wrestler of the week, in all seriousness, it's gotta be Kenny Omega, right? Like, it just has to be.
Yeah. I mean, that's the obvious answer. I was just trying to be nice.
Yeah, it is.
A leaf this year. I'm turning a new leaf.
There you go. She turned a new leaf. She changed y'all, but it is a healthy way of looking at,
Until next week.
Until next week. But no.
Then I'll do my actual thought.
There you go. Roster movement good. Roster movement is a necessary thing. You don't want guys stuck thinking that it's not going to happen for them in one place when there's other options for them. You wish that you would be the company that wasn't the one that they were stuck at. Like, I'll say that much. But tis what it is. As for Kenny Omega, the next month of TV, maybe even longer, depending on when they decide to pull the trigger on him versus MJF, is gonna be what is the linchpin of AEW for a while. And even the dynamic between him, Swerve, and Hangman, who were also gunning for that belt, and they got some interpersonal things going on with each other. We'll see how Swerve reacts to all this. Let's see if he ends up turning heel on one of them or both of them. Let's see the combination of matches that they put together. I would love to see Swerve versus Kenny Omega. I'd love to see Swerve.
I would too.
Yeah, any combination of those three against each other, I will gladly take my money, take my time, take all that, bro. Like, please,
Just give me my money.
There you go. All right, we are venturing up on the final destination. Cade, my man, our great white hope in the back. Please, if you would, pull up the results of the Real Music poll for us. So, again, there you go. Nominees were the 4-way tag, Darby Pack, Bandito, MJF. My nominee, personally, was Darby versus Pack, because I love the action. I like how different it was from the Full Gear match. Jana, what was your nominee?
I would say out of the 3, I would agree with you for Darby versus Pack. I feel like it closed that chapter, and it was overdue. And it was entertaining.
Yeah, it was.
The spots were nasty. I loved it. I'm sorry. When you know how to be extreme, be extreme. Not everybody needs to be a technical wrestler. You need to, stay in your wheelhouse. I loved it. I thought it was fun.
Yeah. Without further ado, mini drum roll. The results are in. I'll start from 3rd place to 1st place. With 10% of the vote, the 4-way tag takes 3rd place. Good match. Probably not the struggle. Now, probably not the match I would have booked for that. I get that frustration with some people. So, 10%, that sounds about fair considering the people's opinions differing on it. In 2nd place, with 17% of the vote, this is actually our pick for Real Music. It was Darby versus Pac.
2nd place? Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah. Which leaves us with the winner, Bandito versus MJF, with a whopping 74% of the vote.
Wow. Yeah, I thought it was the other way around. Okay.
See, I'm actually not too surprised because it was the world title match. People love Bandito. MJF put on a great performance as the heel. I get that. Like, that sounds about right. So shout out Bandito and MJF. So far, so good with the title reign so far, and the challengers lined up for him, and everything going on with that. I'm in a good place with MJF as the world champion right now. I am. He's gonna have the belt for the long haul, so prepare yourselves for that. Like, it's gonna happen. But who we have lined up, I am not as apprehensive as I would have been about 3 weeks ago. Like, the 4-way thing was just a wash. But we're clean slating now. So far, so good with him actually defending the belt. So yeah.
I am Johnny Bernie. We did read your super chat a little earlier.
Yeah, on the MMM thing, yeah. So the answer was 100,000 to 100 trillion out of 10. Kenny Omega does that to you. He has that effect on people. So yeah. Speaking of Kenny Omega, looking ahead to next week, we are in the great state of good state of Florida for Dynamite.
Home state, honey.
It's It ain't here, ain't where you at. It's in between us two. We're in Orlando next week.
I wish I could go.
Me too, honestly. It's only like 3 hours away from me, so yeah, I would have probably went. But hey,
Like an hour.
yeah. So on that show, Kenny Omega for the first time in 6 months is in singles action against Josh Alexander, the man that snapped Kota Ibushi's leg, the man that tried to snap his ankle, the man that snapped Michael Nakazawa's ankle.
Lore.
Yeah. It's Cal's family # lore. I know. Like, the Kenny feud, he should probably kill Don Callis by now. I don't know how he hasn't, but hey, we're on the road to getting wins. The Josh thing is a good thing to come back to because, well, yes, he tried to kill your friends and you. So, wipe that ball man off the face of the earth. Well, let's get to Andrade at some point.
Yeah, his fucking scar.
So, I've said so many times, it looks like the Harry Potter scar if Harry Potter was evil.
Literally, it's so ugly. I can't.
It's not great. But, hey, Kenny, do your thing. We're stacking up #Ws. We're doing our thing over there. Any last call for super chats? Anybody? Going once, going twice, going thrice. Go make some eggs and rice. Not playing. Nah. Great show night, everybody. We had a lot of fun. It was a lot to cover. Good luck to everybody who switched companies. Good luck to, everyone.
I will have my red hair. I got rescheduled, honey, day before my appointment, and I was like, ooh. So we're going to be with a whole new look. So tune in next week. And if you haven't joined, please go subscribe to the Self-Made Patreon for just $5. You get access to the Discord where you get to chat with all of these lovely people. I'm in there. I'm just not really active on Patreon because I'm not Patreon, on Discord because I get overwhelmed seeing all the messages. But I pop in there sometimes. You guys get to watch movies, matches, even certain sports sections. Anything you want to add, Marcus?
Yeah, for your $10 tier, you get to recommend those matches. $20 tier gets you a mic with the game. $100 tier, the Paragon tier. Shout out Chris O'Brien, the king of the Paragons. Get to watch a full show, a full movie, a full pack of matches, whatever you want to do. Anime fights. Core of a damn sports game. We watched the Bulls Celtics from 2009. We watched Yu Hakusho up in there, Shout out the homie Yusuke Urameshi. Shout out Team Urameshi. Shout out the homie Kurabara. Shout out all of them. Yu Hakusho great. We're doing our thing in there. Jana, been a great show. It's been a great time with you as always. What's the motto?
Self-made shit. Self-made forever.
Yes, ma'am, indeed. Thank y'all for watching.
Thank you.
Go and enjoy this beautiful outro. Peace.